Hello student, welcome back to our computer class. Today we are going to learn about a new lesson, that is lesson number 2, memory and storage. In previous lesson we have learned about input and output devices. We have seen different input as well as output devices. Now in this chapter we are learning about memory and storage. What is meant by memory and storage? So whenever we give any input to the computer, okay, whenever we give any input to the computer, instructions, data we give to computer, it is stored. Okay, where it is stored? It is stored in a memory. So we are going to see about different types of memory where the data is going to be stored. So all these things we are going to learn in more detail in this chapter. Now man has got a wonderful gift from God, the ability of thinking. We can think our own, we can take our own decision. Can computer think? No. Can computer take his own decision? No. We have to give the computer the instructions, right? When we want to open the computer, we can give the instructions. We can press the start button. When we want to close the computer, we only give the instruction to shut down the computer, right? Computer cannot do its own, yet it has superseded the man. Why it is superseded the man? Because it has huge storage capacity. Did man have a huge storage capacity? Sometimes you forget the things where you have kept, but computer cannot forget where he has kept any file, document. So the computer has the huge storage capacity. That's why it is superseded the man. Now we are going to see in more detail. All of you know CPU, Central Processing Unit. In his name only his function will be there, that is it will process, right? It is also known as brain of computer. What is the use of CPU? That whatever the input computer get through keyboard or mouse, it will process on that instructions, on that data it will process and get the result which is stored in memory. The result will be stored in the memory. This is the use of the CPU. So CPU is the brain of computer. Controls all the information it received through input unit and stored it in the memory. Whatever the data it will get through input devices, that is keyboard, mouse, it will work on that data information, control all that information and store it in its memory. It also have both short term and long term memory. So computer has two type of memory, that is short term and long term. We will learn further about this short term and long term memories. Computer can retain the stored data for year. So this CPU can store the data for a longer period of time. Now look, we tend to forget the things over a time, okay, but computer cannot forget because the data is stored in its memory. Computer cannot forget the data. Sometimes even human can forget. After a long time, human have a tendency to forget the things, but computer never forget. Okay, data can be retrieved from computer memory when needed. So whenever we require any information, any data, so we can take it from the computer memory whenever we need it. Okay, whenever we needed this information, data, we can retrieve it from the computer. Okay, got it? what is CPU now? What is the use of CPU? Okay, now we are going to see the next. Now the next is bits and byte. So computer can understand only two states: on represent by 1, off represent by 0. So computer can't understand, first of all, computer can't understand any language. Computer neither know about English or nor about Hindi. Okay, computer cannot understand any language. First of all, clear it. Okay, computer will not understand any languages. It only understand only one language, that is 1 and 0. Computer only understand only one language, that is numeric 1 and 0. Instead of that, no number computer can know. Okay, not even 2, 3, 4, it cannot understand. Computer only understand two numbers, that is 1 and 0. Here 1 means on and 0 means off. So whatever the number or letter you type on a keyboard, it will understand in the form of 1, 0. Each and every alphabet, number, symbols, even a keys, that is control key, shift key, space key, all these are given a specific numbers. Okay, and that numbers form will be represent in the form of 1 and 0 only. So whenever you write any alphabet or even a word, computer can take it in the form of 1 and 0, and this 1 and 0 will get displayed on a monitor in the form of a letter. Got it? And this program is inbuilt in a computer. Okay, so we can't see it, how it will be processed. Got it? We can't see this, it is already an inbuilt program. So computer can understand only two numbers, 1 and 0, which also called as binary number, 1 and 0. Okay, so whatever, if you write your name, suppose you write your name, you are writing your name from A, you type alphabet A. This alphabet is also have some numbers which represent in the form of 0 and 1. In this way, whenever you type your letter, okay, like you have write a name Aditya. Okay, Aditya you have written, or you say Adi, ADI. Okay, so A have some numbers, D have some numbers. So A will be represented in the form of 1 0, different pattern. D will form in the 1 0's number in different pattern. So combining all this pattern, you will get your name on the screen, ADI, Adi. But each and every alphabet have different numbers and 1 0 combinations. Got it? What is bits and byte? Now we will see in more detail. So here bit, it is 0 and 1. Now only I told you that 1 means on. Okay, in computer bit 1 means on and 0 means off. So this only two number is called a byte. Okay, 0 and 1 is called bit. Okay, and the combination of 0 1, different combination and form a 8 bit. Like here it is given computer byte, that 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1. These are one combination. You can make so many combination of bit. Okay, so this 8 different combination, this combination will form a 1 byte. This different combination of bits form 1 byte. Here look, 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1. Here it is 8 numbers are given. Okay, so it is this 8 bit is represent as a 1 byte. In this way you can make any combination, but should be number till 8. means 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. 8 time it will come. Okay, 8 bits will, so it is also a 1 byte. Got it? Now, two digits, zeros and ones, are called binary digits. Now only I told you that 0 and 1 are known as binary digits or bits. It's also called as bits. Amount of data and instruction that can be stored in computer memory is measured in bytes. So whatever the data and instruction are stored in computer, it's measured, it's specially measured in bytes. Okay, as per more the capacity, as per more increase in the bytes. Okay, so you can store more data in the computer. Got it? Now see here, memory size. Okay, one bit means only one. 0 and 1, there are two bits now. So if we say only one bit, it's called a binary digit. So 1 or 0 or both of them are called binary digits. We also see the combination of 8 bytes, that is we have seen here, that is 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1. These are the 8 bits. So this 8 bits, count it, count here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So it is 8 bit. This 8 bit forms 1 byte. This 8 bits form 1 byte. Similar way, 1024 bytes form 1 kilobytes. 1024 bytes form 1 kilobytes, and 1024 kilobytes form 1 megabyte. 1024 megabyte forms 1 gigabyte. All of you have the GB. We can say GB, MB. What is KB? It is a kilobyte. MB, megabyte. GB, gigabyte. All this. In this way, it will increase in 1024. Okay, 1024 bits it will always increase. So after 1024 gigabyte, it will form 1 tetrabyte. 1024 tetrabyte means 1 petabyte, and 1024 petabyte means 1 exabyte. 124 exabyte means 1 zettabyte, and 1024 zettabyte means 1 yottabyte. In this way the memory will be increases, memory size will be increases. Now see, when you buy a laptop, or you can say computer, what you say, what will you ask first? What is the memory size of RAM? Okay, you will ask na. Nowadays even phone also, what you say, what you will see first? First of all you see camera. Okay, then next is your memory. How much memory? Nowadays in mobile also there is 4 gigabyte memory will be there, RAM will be there. We will see in more detail. Okay, what is RAM, what is ROM. Okay, so you first ask what is the memory size of a phone. So you, if anybody say 1 gigabyte, you say no, it's less. Nowadays it is will be up till 16 gigabyte it will come, GB. Okay, 16 GB mobile memory will come. Okay, so you buy that mobile which have a large memory, that is more GB will be there, you will take that mobile. Even you have to store more data, you what you do, you use external memory, means that you can insert memory card in that. Nowadays it will come in 64 gigabyte GB. Okay, 64 GB, because you stored music, you stored pictures. So you are, what you are doing, you are extending the memory size, so you can store more data. So what is the use of this memory size? As per the memory size will increase in a computer, you can store more data in the computer. Got it? What is the use of memory size? That as per the memory size will increase, you can store more data in the computer. Got it? What is the bit, bytes, and what is the memory size? What is the use of this bit, and how this bit is get then converted into bytes? This byte is a small quantity of memory. MB is also little large. GB is much larger, and yottabyte is the much more larger than this. Means you can store more data in the computer. As we increase from byte to kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, means your memory will be extended. Your memory will be increased, so you can store more data in the computer. Now you get what is the bit and bytes. Okay, what is the use of bit? Whatever you write, it will computer can only understand in the form of 0 and 1. Okay, and it's stored in the form of bit only, in form of bit bytes in the storage. Got it? This you understand how your data will be stored in a memory. Okay, now every computer has a certain amount of memory. I told you, when you ask for mobile, the same way in computer you ask for the memories, right? You ask for the memory. First you ask the shopkeeper how much memory it have. That shopkeeper will tell you sometime 1 GB. You say no, it will be less. Then tell 3 GB. Still you say no, it will be less. As per it will increase the memories size, you will get satisfied, and you borrow that mobile, because you have to store more data in it. So here every computer has a certain amount of memory. Like mobile, every mobile has certain amount of memory, 1 GB, 2 GB, 3 GB. The same way every computer has a certain amount of memory. It determines the number of programs a computer can run at a time. Now as per your memory will be a larger, memory size will be a larger, more program can be run at a time. Okay, otherwise you see your mobile get hang. The same way computer also get hang. If the memory is less and you want to perform more programs, multiple programs you have to run at a time, it will get hang. So as per the memory will be more large, you can perform more programs on a computer, can run at a same time. Okay, so it will get affected. More memory will be there, more program can be run at a single time. If less memory is there, you can perform only less program, or sometime it will get hanged. How fast this program will runs. Now also memory will be large, so the program will also run fast. Otherwise it will slow the data. Okay, it will sometime hang also. As increase in the memory, the program will also run very fast at the same time. If your memory data is more, if you are listening music, if you are doing drawings, you are also want to type now, and you also want to play on computer, if memory will be large, it will play, you can do all this work at the same time. But if the memory size is small, sometime you see it will get hang. Okay, it will get hang, it will stop, you even can't close it, and even you can't do any work on it, it will get hang. So as the memory size will increase, many programs can run at a one time, and it also run very fast. Got it? The use of these memories. I hope you understand what is bits and bytes. Okay, now in next class we are going to learn more about memories. Till then you have to revise whatever I have taught you today. So see you in next class.